Hello friends, welcome to your own channel Botany by Dr. Jaswinder Kaur. Today I am going to discuss 11th part of our series 600 most expected ecology and environment MCQs for all competitive exams like TGT, PGT, assistant professors, Botany PCS, Scientist B, M.Sc entrance, Ph.D entrance and other exams. Without wasting time, let's start. The phenomena in which different plant parts like stem, fruit stalks, walls of fruits, bracts, etc. are closely curled towards one another when dry up but open apart when moistened is known as the hydrochasy. Example of hydrochasy are peristome teeth of moss and elaters in equisetum. The upper part of the ocean into which enough light can penetrate to be effective in photosynthesis is known as the euphotic zone, where light can penetrate effectively for the photosynthesis. Organisms which spend most of their time on the underside of the air-water interface and obtain much of their food from within water are termed as hyponeustons. Hyponeustons, they live on the underside of the air-water interface and obtain their food from the water. Pseudobulbs in orchids are meant for. These pseudobulbs in orchids are meant for the storing water. Which one of the following is a chamephyte? Chamephyte is a woody plant whose resting birds are on or near the ground. Among these, Bucloe dictyloides is the example of chamephyte. Pome and dome play a major role in the maintenance of. Here the pome is particulate organic matter and dome is dissolved organic matter. These two play major role in maintenance of nutrient cycling. Which one of these programs is used to conserve a species facing extinction? Among these, captive breeding is used to conserve a species which is facing extinction. Captive breeding is the process of maintaining plants or animals in controlled environments such as wildlife reserves, zoos, botanical gardens, and other conservation facilities. Hydrocarbons frequently combine with nitrogen dioxide and they produce the secondary pollutants like ozone. This biosphere reserve was recently notified by the Government of India. Among these, Seschachelam is the biosphere reserve that is notified by the Government of India in 2011, and this biosphere reserve is located in Andhra Pradesh. Epiphytes are rare in Delhi because epiphytes are very rare in Delhi because of the semi-arid climate that is present in Delhi. Epiphytes are very sensitive to the climate change. Match the following. Here we have to match the definitions with the scientific terms. Aquatic habitats, these are the hydrophytes. Community in abundant light, community that occurs in abundant light is known as heliophytes. Community in shade is known as xerophytes, and the community in dry conditions are known as xerophytes. So among these, option B is correct. The several stages of hydrocerae along with their suitable examples are given. Indicate the correct matches for them. Plank stage, diatoms are present, this is correct. Then woodland stage, juncus, no, it's not correct, it's incorrect because juncus is a herbaceous species and it can't be present in woodland stage. Then floating stage, nymphia is present, this is correct. Submerged stage, hydrilla, this is also correct. Reed swamp stage, sagittaria is present, this is also correct. So among these, option C is correct, that is 1, 3, 4 and 5. Addition of consortium or cocktail of microorganisms to the polluted soil is known as, it is known as Bio-augmentation. Bio-augmentation is introduction of cultured microorganisms into a contaminated environment in order to enhance bioremediation of pollutants. Which of the following is not a characteristic of late successional forest plant species? Here we have to find the characteristic that is not present in late successional forest plant species. Large seed size, high root to shoot ratio. This is present. Long seed dispersal distance and long seed viability. This is incorrect. Slow growth rate, long maximum life span. This is also correct. Low light saturation intensity and high efficiency at low light. This is also correct. Which of the following organisms do not possess the ability to fix nitrogen? Among these, eukaryotic organisms do not have the ability to fix nitrogen. Desulfovibrio desulfuricans A and Pseudomonas species B are involved in mercury bioremediation. Which of the statements given is correct? Among these, A converts mercury to methyl mercury. A here is the desulfovibrio desulfuricans. It converts mercury to methyl mercury, and then B converts methyl mercury to mercuric ion. B is the Pseudomonas species which convert methyl mercury to mercuric ion. So this is the correct option. Which one of the following bacteria is symbiotic nitrogen fixer bacteria? Among these is Rhizobium. Plant absorb nitrate from soil and ultimately convert nitrate into the nitrogen. Plant community growing in mud is known as, the plant community that grow in mud is known as epipelon. Leg hemoglobin is involved in the nitrogen fixation. Possible explanations for the age-related decline in primary productivity of trees are. Here we have to find the correct option. As trees grow larger with age, they have more tissues that respire and lose energy, and proportionately less leaf area to photosynthesize. This is the wrong statement. Nutrient limitation by nitrogen due to reduced rate of woody litter decomposition as forest ages. This is correct. As trees become larger, water transport to the top canopy leaves become limited because of increased hydraulic resistance. This results in reduced stomatal conductance and reduction in photosynthetic rate. This is also the correct statement. So among these, only statement B and C are correct. A is incorrect statement. Which of the following greenhouse gases has got highest atmospheric lifetime? Among these, the greenhouse gas that has got the highest atmospheric lifetime is the N2O, that is nitrous oxide. Its lifespan is about 114 years. Which of the following is an aerial ecological factor? Among these, temperature of air is the aerial ecological factor. Species characteristics that make them more prone to extinction are listed below. Which of the following is the correct combination? High degree of specialization. This is true. High sexual dimorphism. It is incorrect. Then high trophic status. This is correct. And then short lifespan. This is also correct. So among these, option B is correct, that is A, C and D, because high degree of specialization, high trophic status and short lifespans, these are the characteristics that make a species more prone to the extinction. The ratio of energy flowing between various trophic levels are expressed as, the ratio of energy that flows between various trophic levels, it is expressed as ecological efficiency. Based on the information given in the table below, which combination is correct? We have to match the biogeographical zone with the plant and animal that are present in this particular zone. So here, Indo-Malayan biogeographical zone, here Dipterocarpus species is present and in animals gibbon is present. So the correct option is option C. In a census for a lake fish, 10 individuals were marked and released. In second sampling, after a few days, 15 individuals were caught, of which 5 individuals were found marked. The estimated population of the fish in the lake will be. अब estimated population बतानी है. For this we use the formula population size is equal to number in first sampling. जो first sampling में हमें number मिला था, that is 10 individuals, multiply by number in second sample, that is 15 individuals, and then divided by number in second sample previously marked. अब second sample में जो previously marked individuals है उनका number लिखना है here. So here we write 5. Here we in this number of first sample we write 10. In number of second sample we write 15, and here the number in second sample previously marked, here we write 5, and after solving this equation answer will be 30. Which of the following does not represent a strategy for phytoremediation? Phytodegradation, this is a strategy for phytoremediation. Then phytomining, this is not the strategy for phytoremediation, as phytomining is the production of crop of a metal by growing high biomass plants that accumulate high metal concentrations. Continuous removal through hyperaccumulators and chelate mediated extraction of pollutants, these are the strategies for phytoremediation. A plant with blue colored flowers was observed to attract a large number of pollinators. However, these flowers were not producing any nectar. Which of the following can be logical explanation of the observation? Here its logical explanation is that there could be another species in the vicinity that has blue flowers and is rich in nectar. ये पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती है कि उसके आसपास एक दूसरी ब्लू फ्लावर स्पीशीज है जो कि रिच इन नेक्टर है, जिसकी वजह से पॉलिनेटर्स उसके पास आते हैं. India has currently 18 biosphere reserves representing different ecological systems. These conservations are significantly differ from the conventional protected areas of the country. Identify the correct combination of attributes A to G that best explains the concept of biosphere reserve. ये जो A to G जो हमें attributes दिए गए, which are correct for the biosphere reserves. Here conservation, yes, conservation is done in biosphere reserve. Then education, it is also used for the educational purposes. Human habitation is allowed. Yes, human habitation is allowed to some extent in these biosphere reserves. Human habitation is not allowed. It is wrong statement. Strong legal backups, this is incorrect. Non-supporting act, this is also correct. Then research, yes, this is used for research also. So option A is correct, that is A, B, C, F and G are the attributes of a biosphere reserve. A species has the following population characteristics: reduction in population size more than 90% over the 10 years or 3 generations, geographic range, extent of occurrence less than 100 km squares and area of occupancy less than 10 kilometers, population size less than 50 matured individuals, probability of extinction in the wild is at least 50% within the next 10 years or 3 generations. To which of the following categories the species will assign according to the IUCN categorization of threatened species version 3.1? These all are the characteristics of the critically endangered species. While studying the diversity of four communities are given A, B, C and D, 5 species, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 species and 50 individuals. Here total of A species will be 50 and B, C and D likewise will be also 50 individuals were recorded from each community. The number of individuals under each species was listed as mentioned in the following table. In which of the following communities Pylos evenness index, that is E, will be 1? Here in this community B, where the number of individuals of 5 species are 10, 10, 10, 10 and 10, that is they are evenly distributed, Pylo's evenness index will be 1 when we calculate this. Ecological compression differ from character displacement in that it operates on ecological compression जो है that is different from character displacement because it operates on shorter time scales and involves heritable change. Autotrophs in the aquatic ecosystem, unlike their counterparts in the terrestrial ecosystem, are mostly microscopic and very low in indigestible to the herbivorous matter. This explains the fact that compared to the terrestrial ecosystem, the aquatic is compared to the terrestrial ecosystem. In aquatic ecosystem, the productivity biomass ratio are higher and energy transfer rate to higher trophic level is faster. So in aquatic ecosystem as compared to the terrestrial ecosystem, the productivity biomass ratio is higher and also the energy transfer rates to higher trophic levels are faster in aquatic ecosystems. Wetlands are conserved internationally through an effort called as the international effort for wetland conservation is called as Ramsar Convention. Which of the following is not a physiological characteristic of early successional plants? High respiration rate, these are present in early successional plants. Inhibition by far red light, this is also the characteristic. High transpiration rate, this is also the characteristics of early successional plants. And then low photosynthetic rate, it is incorrect because the early successional plant has high photosynthetic rate. The Hutchinsonian concept of ecological niche is based on the multi-dimensional hypervolume. A specialist species has a narrow niche and high efficiency of niche utilization. The atmosphere in a sealed aircraft contains. In a sealed aircraft, atmosphere is with a mix of oxygen and nitrogen. Aquatic primary production was measured using light and dark bottle technique if the initial oxygen concentration was I and the final oxygen concentration in the light bottle was L and that in the dark bottle is D. The gross productivity in terms of oxygen release is given as. Here the gross primary productivity will be given as L minus D, that is the concentration of oxygen in light bottle minus the concentration of the oxygen in dark bottle. That's all for today. If you found this video helpful, then please comment, like and share with your friends. Rest of the questions I will discuss in next video. Until next time, goodbye.